What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing well today. Today I'm going to be doing something that was quite well received last time I done it, and that was putting some GP bikes mods into MX bikes. Now the bike that I have chosen today is for special reason. This is a Yamaha MT-07, and this is a bike that I have actually owned myself in real life. I do not have it anymore. Just, you know, it's one of them things. I never rode it enough. The insurance was crazy money, and I just really didn't have a need for it anymore. I did have it in a different colour. I did have it in grey and fluorescent yellow. I'll put it up on screen right now, actually, so you can compare the two. But I just thought it'd be quite nice to ride the bike that I used to have in real life in this game, even though it's not meant to be. You can see how scuffed things are. I mean, our arms are still back to front. When you go in third person, absolutely fine. As soon as you go into first person, we are kind of shooting our spider webs towards the handlebars. We're going full Peter Parker mode. But you know what? We'll look past that. We'll look past the fact that the wheels have no insides to them, and we're just going to have a nice little ride around Nordschleife today. I can't remember last time I done it how long the lap took. However, I know the Nordschleife is a long track, so it'll probably just be a case of one and done. But we'll see how it goes. I can't imagine it will take too long. I do need to remember that we have 6 gears because I'll probably be keeping it in 5th for quite a long time. And the other thing is I need to remember to use my brakes properly because obviously these bikes aren't meant to be put in this game. The physics are all kind of wonky. There's all sorts of things wrong with them. However, I am a bit of a cheapskate and I haven't bought GP bikes yet just because I just don't think I'd play it very often. I mean, I've done 2 videos. This is the second video, for example. Putting a road bike into MX bikes, and I've done 1 GP bikes video, and so that's 3 goes in total, and I don't think I'd play it enough to justify buying it at all. Although I probably should revisit the demo at some point because I've done it once, struggled quite a bit. People were quite helpful in the comments on how I could be better, so maybe I need to put a little bit of time into it. Another one of the things, once I've got all of the aerial supercross season out of the way and I've got a bit more, well, I don't suppose the amount of time I have is exactly the same, but I wouldn't mind kind of doing things slightly different that would in turn kind of impact my speed in MX bikes. It doesn't really matter if there's no championship on the line anymore. So Nordschleife, I've got all of these mods from the GP mods website. Last time I didn't link them just because I felt like a little bit scummy, almost like taking traction away from that scene. However, I'll put just the link to the I'll put the link to the GP Bikes Mods website in here, rather than just linking individual things. And because I'm a bit of a dick, I'll let you guys work out how to install them. It's really not that difficult, though, to be completely honest. I'm going to be staring at the top right of my screen very much throughout this entire lap because I am not a Nordschleife pro. I am not a racing pro. I have no idea the layout of this track. Oh god, I've probably completed like 3 laps of it in my entire life across any single game that's ever had it on. Oh god, the back end's drifting a bit under the brake in there. Got to be nice and smooth and gentle. You see, as we're sticking our leg out at 70 plus miles an hour, which is absolutely ridiculous. One thing that I wish we could do, so in beta 17 for MX bikes, we've also made it so on supermoto bikes you now you drag a knee rather than sticking your leg out, which the animation for it and stuff is really, really cool. Issue is, it only works on the supermoto, like the stock supermoto bikes. They don't work on the imported ones that we have, so I'm not sure if that's something that we can work on in the future, or maybe there's something that needs to be added to those bikes when they get imported into the game or added in. But it'd be really, really nice if we could have the supermoto animations on the actual supermoto bikes that aren't just the stock bike, because let's be honest, like the sounds and just the look of the stock bikes in general, they leave a lot to be desired. So it would be nice to be able to mix things up a little bit, and I'm quite a big fan of supermoto and MX bikes. You know, I've done a couple of videos on it. I used to be a big fan of. There used to be a series that Jin used to host. I mean, most of you will know who Jin is. He commentates a lot of the nationals events. This is going to end badly into the wall. Oh my god, my life is flashed before my eyes, and I'm out of the map. God damn it. Oh, thank God it let me respawn. Actually, where I wanted to be, I was worried I was going to have to go back to the pit just then. Do you want to know what's really, really cool? And something really sad that I probably enjoy way too much is the fact that the mirrors work. That I can see myself absolutely fine in the mirrors and they work perfectly. There's just not many games that have that feature, and it's quite sad to say that, but I really, really enjoy it. And I know that actual GP bikes, the game as well, they've got like working electronic dashboards and things, which again for like enduro bikes and things like that in MX bikes I think would be a really, really nice addition. The braking on this is actually unreal. I mean, you're trying to slow the bike down from 100 miles an hour into a very tight corner on a game that you're not meant to do it on. The brakes are absolutely atrocious. They're not road bike brakes by any means. They are literally the MX bike's brakes put onto a bike that has way too much power. Going back to the start of the video as well, this is a bike that I've had and owned in my life, and it's my favourite bike I've ever owned. But bearing in mind I haven't had that many. You know, like growing up, I went down the usual route. I had the moped first of all, just because it was nice and cheap. I then went to a CBF 125, and from the CBF 125 I went straight up to the MT-07. So a bit of a big leap there, going from a 125cc to a 700. But I absolutely love the bike. The only bad thing I'd say about it is when you go on those longer rides, my back and my arse were absolutely killed, because it's not made for it at all. I think the fastest I ever went on it was about 135. But then my issue is as well is where at motocross, you know, you're allowed to go as fast as you want to go. As long as you can hold onto the bike, you're welcome to do whatever you want on that track. Road bikes, however, they're a little bit of a sore subject for me. I've never ridden on a track, for example. I was only ever on the roads, but I know that having that speed underneath me is such a bad thing for me, because I know I will want to go as fast as I can go, which is only going to get you in trouble. You know, you're going to be breaking speed limits, you're going to get in trouble. Like, if you crash on a motocross bike, you land on dirt. If you crash on a road bike, you're taking all your skin off, unless you, well, hopefully you've got the protective gear on that you need. Not like these geezers that I see riding around in summer with like sandals on, no t-shirt, pair of shorts, and like, if you fall off, you are going to regret absolutely everything. You are going to have no skin left whatsoever. There's my little 2 cents on that. Wear the right protective clothing for what it is that you're doing. Don't be an idiot just because you think it makes you look cool. You won't look very cool when half your skin's missing. Oh, we are at the carousel section. Let's try and, there you go, got somewhat of a quote-unquote berm, if we to translate it into MX bikes terms. So there's the motocross part of the video. But I really like that bike. It was one of them things, is it wasn't my daily drive. It wasn't my only means of transport. Obviously I still had a car that I'd take to work and such. So majority of the time it would just kind of sit there. And the only time I would ride it is if I went out with my parents. They've both got bikes of their own. But there was always that thing of, I don't want to just ride it for the sake of riding it. I want to go fast. And I just ended up selling it. Like the insurance, oh my god, how have I saved that? The insurance was ridiculous. I had it when I was fairly young, and I mean, I don't know if it's the same case everywhere, but insurance in the UK for young people is a bit of a scam, a bit of a robbery. So had to get rid of it in the end. But I used a lot of the money from the sale of that to go towards my YZ250F I have currently. So I didn't kind of get rid of it in general, like completely. It helped me to kind of move on to what I wanted to do next, and motocross will always be at the forefront of my like motorbike enjoyment. You know, some people prefer their road bikes, some people prefer their motocross bikes, and it's up to what people want individually, I guess. I did quite like, every now and then we'd go out for like ride days with big groups of 100+ people. There's a bike shop not far from me that would always organise those. I always really enjoyed going on. But other than that, just riding the bike for the sake of riding it wasn't a bit of me. I like my speed, so I'm probably about to go flying off the track here. Nope, that was fine. The corner wasn't quite as tight as I imagined it to be. I feel like we're making good progress this time as well. I think last time I done this was on like one of the literal like MotoGP bikes, and I think I kept going off the track or trying to go way too fast. This is a nice medium, you know. It's quite tame. I say tame. Oh shit! Keep going. There we go. Not tame in terms of it's slow, because it's bloody quick, but more tame in terms of I can control it a bit more in game. So it's all good. Please don't go off the track again. There we go. And oh, please don't go off. You're walking such a fine line on these bikes as well, from hitting the corner perfectly, apexing it nicely, or just losing traction completely and spinning all the way out. So you've got to be very, very careful. I'm already almost 8 minutes into this lap, and I don't know how long's left. I thought I'd probably be done by about now, but I guess not. There's my newbie knowledge for you. Please go in a straight line. Thank you. Or are we coming up to the finish now? Yes, we're very close. And I feel like the very, very long straight is close to the finish line. It's also weird leaning off the back of a GP bike. You should be kind of lent into it, not leaning all the way off the back like this. It just looks silly. You should go into third person. Look how much it zooms out as well on this game when you're going at a really high speed. That is not the normal camera angle. And there's no choice to stand up and sit down, which I was quite surprised by. It's like the game recognises that you're on this bike, and it just has you kind of sat down the entire time, which is pretty cool. I remember if I was coming up to like speed bumps and stuff, when I was riding mine in person, in real life, I'd stand up a little bit every now and then, just so I couldn't be arsed dealing with the braking bumps. What am I talking about? Speed bumps. This is if I couldn't go around them, for example. Most speed bumps nowadays you can just ride around on a bike, but if the case came where I couldn't ride around them, I'd just stand up, and I always felt so like weird and out of control standing up on a road bike. It was so hard to explain. But yeah, I just thought I'd share this with you a little bit. You know, I mean, most people, obviously, you know that I ride motocross in real life. I've got a couple of videos at this point, but not many of you probably knew that I rode road bikes as well. So almost like a little bit of a story time, get to know me a little bit better. And there we go. There's a nice little front tuck there to end the video. 9 minutes and 3 seconds was that lap time. As I say, I am gonna put the GP Bikes website on the description for you. So just go and find what you can find. It's not one of the things I would highly recommend. As you can see, it's pretty boofed, but for the sake of 5-10 minutes of fun, it's okay. I mean, if you're happy with having no inside of your wheels and having your arms kind of ripped around and twisted backwards in your body, then go knock yourselves out, is what I say. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. Most important, if you have, please do drop a like. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and have a lovely rest of the day, whatever it is that you guys are up to. And until I catch you in the next video, peace.
I'm working hard, I'm sacrificing my life, I'm sacrificing my mind, I'm sacrificing my sanity, but most importantly, I'm sacrificing my time. Boy, I feel fine, I feel like I am a king. Honestly, I can't complain. Even with faith that's the size of a grain of some salt, I will still move a mountain and do what I want. I got